the Wartales.
Hello and welcome, folks. In today's Wartales Beginner's Strategy Guide, I'm going to show you exactly how you can recruit your very own Wolfpack. The first thing you will need is a little bit of rope. It's not a bad idea to keep some extra on hand because you never know how much you may actually need. Rope can be purchased from many of the vendors and merchants spread across the land. You can also craft rope at the workbench. This will save you a few gold coins, and the only ingredient you need to craft rope is hemp. Hemp can be found growing often in gardens at various locations such as farms, homesteads, mills, etc. Once you have your rope, all you need is to find some wolves, predators that can be found stalking the forest. Alright, here we go. The method is actually fairly simple to capture the wolves. It's the same method you'll use to capture other animals such as boars, and it's essentially the same method you use for capturing criminals. The only difference being that you need chains to capture criminals, whereas wolves, you'll need ropes to capture them. So basically what you need to do, first thing you need to do is knock their health down to at least 50%, a little bit below 50%. Once it's 50% or lower, you want to make sure that you've engaged the wolf in combat so that they can't move, and then you'll have someone else sneak up behind them, and you'll have the option, it'll give you the option to grab them, and there'll be a percentage roll whether or not you actually grab the wolves. So let's just get set up here. There's actually quite a few wolves here. There's 4 on this side and 3 on this side. These 3 are a little bit isolated, so we're going to try and capture them. We do also have 2 wolves in our troop. These guys are a little bit of a liability in this battle because they could get killed themselves, and they could also finish off wolves that we've worn down below half health. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. They have their AI controlled until you unlock a specific skill, which I believe she can actually unlock it, but I don't have it locked. I apologize, guys. Maybe we can take a look at that after the battle and see if I can find the exact name of the skill. But I believe the archer prototype can gain that skill, and it'll allow you to actually control the wolves, which is really handy because, yeah, the AI tends to be pretty stupid in a lot of situations, unfortunately. But yeah, is what it is. Let's switch the 2 of you. All right, so we've got our tanks out front. Oh, and how did you get switched over there? So we're gonna attack these 3. And it might be a little bit tricky to get in behind them. Maybe we'll have you move in behind first. All right. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Who's moving first for the enemies? All right, so take a while for these guys to catch up. So it should be easy to capture these isolated wolves, barring not getting them killed before we actually capture them. All right, and see if you can engage. All right, so now this wolf is engaged. Just have to get the health down to half health, and we can start attempts to knock it. All right, so still on his move. Let's have you. How much movement do you have? All right, you should be fine. Let's end your turn. Right, that's why he hadn't moved. Yeah, you see what I mean by the AI being stupid? I should note that I'm playing on one of the easier difficulties here, so I believe the AI is a lot smarter, won't run into traps and stuff on the higher difficulties. Whereas on these lower difficulties, well, it's the medium difficulty. I believe experienced is the difficulty I'm playing on. Presently, just don't judge me. It's my first campaign. We'll do some campaigns on the highest difficulty very, very soon. But yeah, I just figured learning the mechanics and everything would be best to just play on the the base starting difficulty. All right, let's have you. What kind of shot can you get there? 100%. All right, perfect. All right, beautiful. So now he can go in and make the attempt. I think that's good for your turn. We're not going to use any valor points here. I think we'll need them. Please don't kill any of the wolves. Oh man, that's unfortunate because not only did he kill that wolf, but he's also blocking this guy from getting in behind there. So, see what I mean? The wolves you have in your pack are a little bit of a liability when hunting other wolves. Very, very strong once you actually unlock the ability to control them. That's when being the wolf pack becomes really, really dangerous. Let's just hold up on your move for the time being. We could move in with this guy and get in behind there with him. He's got enough movement to get in as well. Let's let's have you move there. And here it is. So knockout knocks out an enemy while they're engaged with an ally. They will be taken prisoner after combat ends. So let's see if it works. Oh, I think we got him. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's all there is to it. I don't think I think the rest is pretty well self-explanatory. Just basically rinse and repeat. Try and get as many of them as possible. You know, if that's what you want to do. But we'll discuss the pros and cons of that in a moment. Now that you've captured a wolf or two, you will likely need to treat their injuries. I recommend having some medicine on hand in order to treat their wounds right away. Otherwise, you will have to wait until your next visit to the apothecary. So we actually did fairly well here. Take all this stuff. We captured 4. Unfortunately, we didn't get the alpha, but I'm pretty happy with. So yeah, we will treat these injuries. It's usually cheaper. You'll save a little bit of cash by treating at the apothecary, but depending on what the situation is, I usually like to have my companions uninjured. And if you're collecting lots of the ingredients for medicine, you can save money by crafting your own medicine at the apothecary table. And yeah, all right, let's just take a look at let's set camp here. There you go. You now have a pack of loyal, deadly, fearless wolves to aid you in battle. One thing to note is that wolves are hungry companions. You will need to keep plenty of meat and fish on hand in order to keep the pack hungry. So let's just take a look here. Actually, I thought we got 4 wolves from the battle, but I guess it was just 3. I guess I must have counted our 2 original wolves in the counting. So consumption is 4, but in addition to the consumption is you have to have, they must consume at least 1 piece of meat for each per wolf. So 4 times 5, it's an additional 20 food I'm using up on these wolves, but they are quite valuable. And then as you level them up, they do gain some pretty interesting traits here as well. Anyway, I'm a big fan of this. And I'm a big fan of getting their constitution up, because the thing is, you want them to last as long in battle as possible. So you want them to be as tough as possible. They're going to be sort of like a glass cannon. They hit hard, but they can't absorb a lot of punishment. So I like to keep them kind of in behind my ranks, allow my tanks to engage in combat, and then the wolves can come up and support. Right, so what was the last thing I wanted to cover? I think that was it. I think we covered everything. Oh, right. My bad. I wanted to take a look and see what the skill was that we need. So when she comes level 5, reinforced arrows, precision, or beast mastery. Animals can be controlled in battle. So that is huge. I'm just actually curious, does anyone else have that that skill as well? Where are we here? Poison weapon, instinctive blow, deadly contract. So he does not. All right, so that may be specific to archers. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.